Okay, so I'm just making this really quick video to urge everyone to support Scarab in talking to George Norrie. He had this really great idea to talk to George on Coast to Coast because I don't know if you guys all heard, but it was a really great broadcast last Monday night. He did his Mandela Monday, and then they came back on because somebody must have told him, or he probably already knew, that they were going to have Fiona on. And it's so amazing because just the intrigue around this woman, how she hasn't been around, and how, you know, she coined the term Mandela effect a long time ago, and nobody could get in touch with her. And finally, George Norrie had her on as a guest, and he totally promoted the second half as having been about the Mandela effect. So Dan called, he got on, and I knew he would. How exciting is that? And he got on, and he was just like, oh, you know, he was trying to think of a diplomatic way to say, like, where you been, girl? But, you know, he just said, oh, you know, we haven't seen you around in a while. And it was so strange because George kind of cut him off, and he was just like, oh, well, he must be confusing you with Fiona Horne. She's a witch. And then they kind of hung up on him, and that's kind of what I hate about talk radio sometimes. Well, I don't know if they hung up on him, but it was kind of a blow-off, and they didn't really let him ask a question. And then some people are on, and they are on for a really long time, and they get to ask tons of questions. Anyway, but Dan wants to make this go, like, really public and viral. So he put out this really amazing video, and it's this second to last video after what I call Saturday Night Fever. Bow chicka chicka bow bow. He put out this video, and it's 5 minutes, and it just tells you what he wants you to do. And he wrote this really amazing email, really well thought out, really well articulated. So you just click on it like that. It goes boo like that. And I'm not going to play the whole thing, but you get the gist. And you just watch it, and you follow the instructions, and it's really good. And it's a great email that he wrote. I already said that, but it's a great email that he wrote, and there were even some things in it that I didn't know. Like, for instance, he has been on... Anyway, did you know that he has been on Camelot TV twice talking about the Mandela effect? I didn't know this. I only saw the one broadcast with him and Matthew McKinley and with Cynthia Sue Larson. That was like the biggest publicized thing. So I'm starting to wonder if this is a personal Mandela effect for me, because I never knew that he'd been on there twice. He talked about, I remember him talking, because I watched every one of his videos when they came out, and I remember him talking about Cynthia Sue Larson and being on it with her, and it being like a really exciting thing. And that was in August of 2016, but he did another one in July of 2016, which I absolutely have no recollection of, that I don't even remember him promoting, unless I'm getting it confused with the Cynthia Sue Larson one. But anyway, it's really interesting. So if you just type in Camelot TV and Mandela effect, his should be the top 2 videos that come up. And it's so cool because you get to see him without a bandana. And I'm going to tell you guys, he looks just as hip and fresh as he does with his bandana on. So anyway, but follow the instructions. The title is A Call to Action. Please spread this message. And hopefully we can see some real discussion of the Mandela effect in the community, not just fairies. I mean, I'm sure fairies are, not to bag on fairies, fairies can be very interesting, I'm sure, but no, we got to see the real thing in action, because Dan knows so much about it. He's like one of the top Mandela effect researchers on YouTube. So anyway, guys, I was going to say like, subscribe, but I'm sure you already are liked and subscribed to him, and if not, you should be, because it's a really good channel. But that's about it. Peace out.